It's my very great pleasure to welcome you all to Changeboard's 4th Future Talent Conference at this fantastic venue.
Instinctively optimistic about technology and the opportunity it creates.
Really interesting, particularly for organisations like mine after the financial crisis. Trust, how you build trust, how your leaders are vulnerable and build trust is critical, I think, to success.
One of the ways of generating trust across different organisations is really understanding what another thinks.
Great insights, I think a whole sort of flurry of ideas that's taking a little while to settle down in my head. Really definitely got my brain buzzing, but actually it's just been the people who've been here, but definitely people who think about leadership, talent, HR on an ongoing basis, and who like to approach it a little bit differently.
I love the idea of the ancient Greeks. The ancient Greeks, when they looked at the development of a human being, said that it's the essence of love to teach someone something. That it isn't a betrayal, it isn't a sense that they're imperfect, it is a recognition of how much more perfect they could still be.
So I think the best thing about the conference for me has been the energy in the room, the kind of questions that were flowing, very engaged and very insightful, really, I thought.
To see some inspiring speakers, connect with some great people and kind of learn a bit more, and that's not actually physically related to what I'm doing on an everyday basis, to really get that thinking time.
I'm huge into my sports, so just to have somebody like Clive Woodward, you've got Katherine and those individuals that just shared some of their experiences about what they did, but I think the key thing is how that actually translates into business.
When you're talking about trust cannot be faked. And trust cannot be bluffed, and trust is something that is earned often a hard way.
That you need people who can think for themselves, live, on the fly, in real time.
I love the variety of speakers that they bring here. So typically they're not HR professionals, and I prefer to learn from people outside of my industry. There's always some really interesting parallels that I can draw from others outside of the world that I inhabit.
I'm interested in the language that we use to call work in these different universes, and even the framing of a conference like this.
I always find them really stimulating, give me lots of thoughts and ideas for my day job, but also just help me understand how the wider world is changing and some of the thinking that's going on out there. So it's always a great way to stimulate new ideas, meet new people, a great way to network.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come to wrap up our 2017 conference. We're delighted that so many of you were able to make it here today. Thank you for coming.